Alright guys, the Fragrance Enthusiast is back to bring you guys my winter rotation for the winter scenarios. I will also put in a recommendation for you guys if you don't like my two options, okay? So stay tuned and enjoy. I've done a fall fragrance scenarios video before. It was my first video here on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out and support the video, okay? Winter is now here and it's much more colder than it is now than in the fall months. I know some places in the world there's hardly any difference between your fall and winters. Mine, it's a big difference. And here are my average high and low winter months temperatures on the screen for you to see. Alright, let's start off with the first scenario, and that's the work scenario. I work in an office environment, and the fragrances I'll be wearing is from the house of Christian Dior, and that is from the Dior Homme line, and we're starting with Dior Homme. Then I'll jump up with Intense, and then Parfum. And to switch things up just a little bit, I'll throw on my Lalique's Encore Noir. Okay, so I'll be mostly iris out for work. Alright, if you don't like my options for you guys in the offices, I suggest you go with from the house of Prada, Prada L'Homme Intense. And my other option for the office guys is from the house of Valentino Uomo Intense. Okay, I know that most reviewers in the fragrance community work in office environment, and they tend to neglect the blue collar worker type man, or guys or gals, so to speak. I haven't forgotten about you guys, and I also have some recommendations for you guys. You could throw on Lalique's Encore Noir. That works well for the blue collar jobs, or you could go with Versace's The Dreamer. That works well for any scenarios as well. What I suggest to you is a modern day masculine classic from the house of Hermes. Sorry, Terre d'Hermes, EDT. Okay. Now we got the work scenario out the way. After work, I like to hit up the gym. And for the gym scenarios, I rock my fragrances. I'm a frag head, what do you expect? Okay? The fragrances I'm gonna wear for the gym will be inoffensive, so it won't disturb the next person's workout, or it won't be a distraction in that type of settings. Alright? For the gym, I'll go with a scent from the house of Mugler, and that is Mugler's cologne. My other workout scent will be from the house of Zara, and it's from the Midsummer collection, and that is Orange Zest. Yes. Alright, if you can't get your hands on those two, try Nautica Voyage. Alright, now we're finished with the club scenarios, and you bag that hot thottie with the nice body from the club. It's time to take her out on a date, or you just go and bumble and swipe for a date, as most people do these days, right? Okay. Alright, for the upscale reservations at a restaurant scenario, the scent I'll be wearing is from the house of Dior, and that is Dior Homme Intense. You already know it, boys. This is a romantic scent. This is a alluring scent, a very seductive scent, a very mature seductive scent. Okay? And on this list, or my rotation, like I said before, I'm iris out, boys. So I'll make no apologies for these iris scents. If you're not into iris, like I said, I've recommended one for you guys as well. Okay? And the other scent I'll be throwing on for a date, this one is kind of underrated, and it gets slipped under the radar sometime. This one right here, I spray on paper. I'll let the girls smell it, and they respond like, it's okay, it's alright, it's nothing special. When I spray this on my body, the compliments and reaction I get from this one is amazing. It's from the house of Creed, Original Santal. Smells very spicy, very cinnamony, and there's no sandalwood in here, so don't let the name fool you. However, it is a good scent. If you want me to do a review in Creed Original Santal, just leave a comment. Or if you want me to do any reviews on any of these fragrances listed in the scenarios, just leave a comment and I'll do a review for you. Alright, if you're not into those scents, I'm going to give you a safe scent that will work for any date scenario. It's from the House of Mugler, Pure Malt. I don't need to talk anymore. Let's move on to the romantic scenarios. Alright, we've been going on a couple dates now. We're getting to know her a little bit more. Things were starting to move on up. And this is the romantic scenarios, and it's time to get a little bit closer. Or you could just swipe a thottie from Tinder and hook up for Netflix and chill, if you know what I mean. And the fragrance I'll be throwing on is Valentina Uomo in Taunts. And my other fragrance I'll throw on for that scenario as well is from the House of Van Cleef and Arpels. Could someone take a guess what it is? Yes. It's Midnight in Paris. Alright, if you're not into those, what I recommend for you is from the House of Dolce & Gabbana, The One. Okay? When I spray this in paper, the reactions I get on paper, the girls like, oh my goodness, what is that? That is amazing. Blah, blah, blah. Wow. Wow. The reactions for this one is amazing on paper. When I spray it on my skin, it's like I haven't even worn a cologne or a fragrance, for that matter. No one smells me. No one notices it on my skin at all. So this doesn't work for me. If it works for you, I hope you get those reactions I got with the paper. Okay? Never trust the paper, guys. Put it on your skin. Okay? Her money's right from the job, her bodies are tight from hitting the gym. Now it's time for the night out scenarios. Boys, you know the rules. Trousers and shoes. This is for the upscale club scenarios. I'll be wearing a fragrance from the House of Mugler. This one didn't get the attention it deserved when it came out in 2016, and that is Pure Tonka. And all I got is, I'll have to get my Ric Flair on for this one. Woo! That's how I feel about Pure Tonka. Okay, for that regular club, casual, sweat box, I'm also go with a fragrance from the House of Mugler, and that is Amen. I've done a review on Amen. If you want to see it, go check it out. Okay, you don't like my options? What I recommend for you is from the House of Jean-Paul Gaultier, and that is Ultra Mall. Okay, how do I describe this one? This Ultra Mall to me is like mumble rap. I'm more a fan of rappers like A$AP Mob, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean, those type of guys. However, when I'm in the club and they play that mumble rap, I'm just on the dance floor. After 2 songs in, I'm on the dance floor. It just grew on me. And that's the same thing with Ultra Mall. It's the fragrance I put on and I'm like, okay, what is this? And the compliments and feedback I get is like, you smell nice. Is that a woman's perfume? Or, what perfume are you wearing? Oh, you smell really good. But it's not like, I don't want to put that vibes out there for Ultra Mall. It'll take some time to grow on me. It's a good fragrance, but if you're confident in yourself and you're into compliments, this is a fragrance for you guys. It comes that time of the year where we may have to attend an evening dinner with our family and friends or at work, and a dinner jacket is required for this occasion. These are the formal scenarios, guys. We may get invited to a cocktail party, or we may just want to dress up for New Year's Eve, okay? I like my formal scents to be avant-garde, alright? And my first formal scent for this year, 2017 winter, coming from the House of Dior, and that is Dior's Sauvage. What? Okay, I'm just kidding. I meant Dior Sauvage Parfum 2017 reformulation done right. Alright guys, let's put our hands together and give a round of applause to Francois Dimarchi. Okay, stop. In this fragrance game, when a perfume is being reformulated, that usually indicates the death of a legend in the game. I think this 2017 version is better than the masterpiece that was created in 2012. Wow, I can't believe I said that. That is blasphemous. Alright, the next formal scent I'll be wearing for the winter is from the house of Amouage, and it's Amouage Interlude. Man, this one should have been called Amouage Intense, man, because that's what it is. This is very intense. This is a definition of intense. Okay? If you're not into those two scents, I recommend to you from the house of Gucci. Gucci Intense Oud. Okay, relax. I know most people are not into oud, but this fragrance should be like an introductory to oud. Okay? If you haven't gotten into oud, I recommend this one for you to start with. Alright, if you're not into oud, I'll recommend for you their own Parfum. Alright, you're not into iris, you're not into androgynous scents. Like I said, when you're dressed up formal, suited and booted, your fragrance needs to be a bit avant-garde. It needs to stand out, and these fragrances flourish in those type of scenarios. That's where you get the compliments for wearing these type of scents. Alright, moving on to the next scenario, Who Sprays Wins, aka the daring scent. This is when I'm outside enjoying the festivities for 2 to 3 hours. These scents don't necessarily smell particularly bad or funky, but they're just a little bit unusual to the normal nose out there, okay? You're not going to smell these in your brick and mortar fragrance shops. And the scent I'm going with is from the House of Scent Story, 24 Gold. If you've been in the fragrance community long enough, you know about this one. Moving on to the next scent from the House of Versace, and that is La Yukawa Pour Homme. This smells like raspberry and leather, pure money to me. You ported the big baller brand if you're rocking this. Okay, so there we have it. My 2017 winter fragrances rotation. Guys, if you want to see more content like this on the channel, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, hate, comment, and subscribe. And if you smell a nice lady or a gent, don't forget to give her or him a compliment. This is Mr. Parfum, and I'm out. 1.